Very much. You have a good weekend? Did you miss me?
I did actually, yeah. I was sitting there while I was shut up. It's literally just been 3 seasons of Sekiro over the weekend, really. But I was meant Sekiro. It's a From Software game. It's good. It's decent.
It's a Prom Software game.
From Software. Do you know who From Software are?
No. What games have they made?
They're basically known for making fucking impossible like RPG games, like where you just get absolutely battered by bosses constantly. So, yeah, it's a tough game, but it's.
Have you played Army yet?
No, I've been waiting for you to text me.
I've been messaging you. Bang, let's get on it. I'm on it every weekend, mate. We're on it. We've got our group. I might even let you in my Discord. How's that?
Yeah, send me a Discord invite. That's probably the best thing to do, really.
I can't get you in there until you've played a few times with us. We have a bit of a rule. But you know, you're the type of character we would might let in. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Oh, lucky me! Oh,
lucky you!
Such a privilege.
But yeah, how did you get on for the weekend?
If you're gonna be on it this evening, I can come and play this evening if you want.
I've got Mason football 7 till 8, but why don't we? Because it'd be good for you to get on. Because honestly, mate, you need somebody on with you to show you. It's so complex with different buttons and that.
I know, mate. I'm not going to be interested in playing it unless I'm playing it.
Exactly. So why don't we, after Mason's football 7 till 8, I should be back for about 8:30. Why don't me and you get on and I'll take you through everything.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan.
Yeah, we'll get a party. You're on a PS, PlayStation.
No, you'll have to. It's you said it's cross-platform.
Oh,
so
what are you on? PC.
Steam. Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, well, you can add me through the in-game menu, can't you?
Yeah, I'm just thinking, how do we chat?
Discord probably.
You can do it through the game, but I think it'd just be better doing it through the Discord.
Yeah.
No, we'll do it. Well, actually, that's how we talk on our Discord group. So I'll figure it out tonight. Date me and you.
Go on then, fella.
I've got a date tonight, 8:30. Let me put that on my phone so I don't forget. Okay, I'm literally gonna put my smallest boxes on, so I can sit there with my finger in my belly button while we're playing.
Oh, don't.
How's that?
Like that?
How's that? You like that? You like that? Do you know who I play with? Jeff. Do you know Aaron?
Yes.
Yeah, Aaron plays. So about 8:30, we'll get amongst it, me and you. Okay.
Where's he been? I've been looking around on Discord for ages.
Yeah, he's just sort of doing his own thing, really. I mean, I stay in touch with him. In the game all the time.
Yeah.
Anyway, how did you get on last week?
Yeah, good. I was in profit. Again, I am 2,300 in profit.
Nice.
I believe. No, hang on. 2,300 in profit, and I am on 38% consistency.
Oh.
So, 39% apparently.
And what does that have to get to?
That means I'm ever so slightly closer to getting a payout, so I need to get it down to 20%.
Okay.
So I've taken this week off specifically so that I can try and see if I can land a trade every day. And if I land a trade every day, if I land a $500-ish trade every day, or land $500 every day, I should get it down to 20%.
I do. Well, I closed
1% is 10% on the consistency, because I had a $500 trade the other day and it went from 49% to 39%. So
okay.
Hopefully I should be able to get a payout this week, but we'll see.
Yeah, nice. Well, we back in profit now for the month. Okay, back in profit. The Euro USD trade I had on Friday on that account. Let me just get it up for the folks back at home. So the Euro USD trade, this one, I actually closed out, right?
Now how come?
On that account, I'll be honest with you, it was a fucking mistake. Hey, full transparency here, guys. Full transparency here.
Why did you close out?
Oh, you don't want to know, mate. I was on my phone and I wanted to close a gold trade I was in. When Emma was talking to me at the same time, and I just went on the wrong one. And just closed it. However,
to me before, I've done that before.
Yeah, it's not an issue though, because I said on Friday, I've got a wing back sell now from 1.1. I think price needs to pull back, retest this zone where I'm looking at more entries. However, I'm still on my live account, I'm still in on this, and I know people are still in on it, so I've kept it on for the stream. I won't add in anything to the logbook though, because technically that one and what I placed on there, what the people have been tracking, so I just can't add it on there. I am being tough to myself on stream. So yeah, I'm looking for another entry on EU, but I'm still in on my live account, which is nice. So that put us back above. I think, what was it? $230 we were up, which the guys seen on stream, it was up about $230 before we closed it. So that'll create the transparency on there, and we're finally in profit for the month. Now it's been a tough month, and we've hardly traded this month. I've only took how many trades? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trades, and 3 of them were losses. Now to take 3 losses in 1 month, it's quite shows it's been a difficult
high
month.
for you, isn't it?
That is quite high for me.
I've seen many losses in a month, yeah.
Well, I can't remember the last time I've had 2 losses, one after each other. As in, I had 1 loss one day, then the next day I took another loss. Can't remember that happening. Can't remember the last time that happened. So it shows, like, I don't know if it was because I've been on holiday and I've come back a bit more relaxed or what, or whether the markets have just been sort of a bit more difficult. However, we're there, we're back on, and we've got a full week left to trade this week. So let's get amongst it. Let's get some trades going. We had a fantastic trade on Friday, which was really nice. 2 entries on that on Friday. And then, yeah, guys, let's get amongst it. So, are you happy for a top down then, John?
Yeah, go on then.
Nas or gold top down? I think gold.
Let's go with gold. Yeah, I think so.
Just because
Nas is looking a bit ugly at the moment.
Yeah. Okay, guys, let's do it full top down. Make sure you've got a cup of tea. You got your charts open. If you're watching on TikTok, guys, head over to YouTube. The link. I don't know if the link's working though on the. I'm not really clued up on TikTok, right? I'm sort of new. I'm an old man, right? But if you go into the descriptions, you'll see the YouTube channel on there. I'm trading live for everyone, so you can see my charts and see my what we're making or losing. Okay, so gold, here we go. Monthly, very, very bullish still. It hasn't really given us anything. We've still got 5 days left of the monthly, so this monthly can do anything at all. Okay, so it doesn't really give us that much information. Then we had some structure formed. So what we've had this created, and we've had, let me put pictures. We've had this created, and then we've had this created. So that is now the range we're in. Okay, price came up, created some structure, came back down, created another structure. 3 candles, all failed to close below this level. So what does this mean then? What it means is price tends to bounce in between ranges. Yeah, tends to bounce in between ranges. Now we've created a range and we've come back down. We're technically bouncing off this bottom area because 3 candles are shown. So technically, where should we be going? Well, we should be coming up to tap 4270. Ideally this week. Okay, that's technically what we're seeing. However, what did the previous weekly do? Well, the previous weekly closed bearish. Okay, so it doesn't mean that now we're bearish, but it just means probability wise comes down because it's closed bearish. Okay, now last week we were all for this weekly coming down, creating a bottom wick for this previous week no bottom wick, which we got, and then flipping and driving to the upside, but we didn't get that. We closed small bearish. So what does this mean then? Well, this means that we're still on for, in regards to our target. That's the range we're in technically, right? That's the range we're in. So therefore we should be coming up to fill the range. Until the weekly closes below these levels, I can't really sell below here. Okay, I can sell from here down to tap this range because we're still in this range, and price can tap this range as many times at once and then still flip and push. Okay, so yes, we can sell down, but this would only be my extremities of 3991. I wouldn't be selling below there. Okay, unless we're in a trade and we're risk free and we let it rock basically. But if not, for me to take sells below there, I would need at least a weekly close. Then I would want a top wick, tap previous support, and then I'd be looking at sells. Okay, now I want the sells, trust me, because we get away from all-time highs and we've got more data to go. Yeah, so this weekly technically can still do anything, believe it or not. So my little, we could say this is probably doji, right? Let's say this is doji. My rule when you get a doji candle is, unless you get price action, just ignore it. Okay, so unless we get price action, so let's say for example, this weekly now closes like that. So if that weekly closed like that, what price action is this? This is now an evening star. It's a sign of change of direction. Then that would give me an indication for sells down. Okay, but we haven't had that yet. So what I tend to do is sort of ignore this one and go off the previous one. So what is the previous? If
just
this,
a quick one.
Yeah, go on.
It's just a, sorry to interrupt you. It's just I have a reason why it's just because it's to do with the evening star. So I was just got a question. So you know how like donkeys ago, you would say to me sort of like how, you know, the classic trading knowledge is what everybody gets told, but that's exactly what institutions will take advantage of. Why do we take notice of things like the evening or morning star if it's classic trading knowledge?
That's a good shout. That is a good shout. Because you're going with the norm, aren't you? It's sort of,
yeah.
I think with Forex, people need to understand that no Forex trader can tell the future. No Forex trader can tell the future. All we can go off is previous data and probabilities. That's the bottom line of everything, really. It's all probability. Yeah. And my trading setup, my style, that's just what I do. And probability wise, I'm consistently profitable. But I get what you're saying. So like the likes of market maker method really well, it doesn't work for me, it might work for others. But that is one of the first strategies you get taught, isn't it?
Because obviously, you know, Relentless kind of had to almost create whole new strategies, rather than using and testing and, you know, being successful with classic trading knowledge. Do you know what I mean? So why take notice of, you know, classic trading signals if, you know, most of the time it doesn't work?
I think price action,
we know institutions take advantage of it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I do think price action still works. You still get your engulfing candles and you know, I'll see if I can find one. You're still getting railroads and things like that, and evening stars. Look, there's an evening star. Yes, came up. Another evening star. So you're just aware of it, basically. The thing when you learn everything, it's just about putting it in your toolbox, and then depending on what the charts are showing you, getting out the right tools for what it looks like. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I suppose, yeah.
So this weekly technically can do anything. It could stay small bearish. It can do anything. We could pop down, create a steep bottom wick. We could flip to the upside and drive up. It can literally do anything. I would prefer the buys up, okay, but I'd probably need a bit of a steeper bottom wick if possible. Ideally breaking this low. If I could break that low, I'd be all over buys. And if I could break the high, I'd then be all over sells. So it's a bit of a weird one. Basically, if we break this low and we come back into this area, I'm all over buys up. If we break this high, come back into this area, I'm all for sells down. because you've got an advantage point. Okay, but at the moment we can go anywhere. The smaller time frames might give us a bit more info, so let's have a look. So we know the weekly can do anything. What does the daily tell us now? The range we're sort of in on the daily is, well, we're now sort of in this range. Okay, we're between here and here. That's the sort of because this is the weekly ranges as well. Okay, so we'll just adjust accordingly. Now, in regards to the daily range, we've now got a bit of a prominent range here on the daily. The reason why it's more prominent now is this was just a minor range. We rejected, but then we drove straight through. It tells us just a minor. Then we came back below, breakout, retested this zone, and we've had 1, 2, 3 candles all struggle to break above there. So what does that mean then? Well, it either means we've got no liquidity to break above, so therefore we need to come down and break some lows, which this one technically broke a low. So is that enough to drive up? Maybe. I'm not too sure, but the most prominent low is this one. So and this is where it comes down to what I mentioned on the weekly. What I would like to see is price come down, break the low, and then close back above, and then I'd be interested in buys. Or if price comes up, breaks the high, and then comes back below, then I'd be interested in sells, and that would make sense with the weekly flipping if you do that. But ideally, buys on the weekly would be easy if we had a bullish close. If we get a bullish close like that on the daily, breaking out as well, it's straightforward, bottom wick and up, because the daily, you would imagine the daily's flipping to the upside to come and fill the rest of the range, because you've got no range on the weekly really. You clean traffic up to 4231, but on the daily we've now got some sort of support level. Okay, so we've got to be really careful today, because what does that mean for this daily? So if gun to your head, how is this daily looking at 10 o'clock tonight, John? How do you think it's going to look? It's so hard to work out how this daily is going to look, isn't it?
Yeah.
We really don't know. It could end up
doji. I can't really, to be honest.
Yeah, it's Monday as well. Let me just see if we've got. So it's Monday. We haven't got any.
Daily and weekly on like NAS looks, but it's got like massive gaps in it, and it's just.
That's what I don't like.
Doesn't look great.
So when we're in this situation where the daily can be anything, it means we've got to lower the time frames and look for setups there. But what does that mean for probability? It brings it all down even more. So we've got to be careful when we're choosing our risk and things like that. So let's have a look at the 6 hour. So 6 hour range we've got. I would probably say that's our 6 hour range. We've got a rejection here. Got a little rejection here, and we've got rejection, loads of wicks to the area, and rejection. So I would probably say that's a 6 hour range there. Where's the 6 hour to the downside range? So we had, if we close bullish on this 6, look how strong this area is. Rejection, rejection, wicks to the area, wick to the area, loads of rejection, close respecting, and if the 6 closes bullish, we close respecting again. So if the 6 closes bullish in 1 hour and 30, I would be interested to take buys up after, but we'd need a steep bottom wick. Let's have a look at the forward, see what the forward's doing. See if we can work out the forward ranges. So 4 hour range. And what I'm doing to try to identify my ranges, I'm looking where nearly all the wicks tap. Where's an area where all the wicks tap? Like for example, if I go higher up, okay, well the body of the candles come up to there, then none of these wicks tap. So for me that's not a clean traffic range. So if we get this wick in there, every time you come up to these levels, 100% of the time you tap this level. So that for me is now a range on the 4. Okay, we've got a rejection there, and then look at this. This sort of confirms that your ranges are right when you get random stuff like this. Pop to the area, reject. So that's a 4 range for me. Same again. Happen again. Then where's the range to the downside? So, and we saw it in the similar areas last week, really. So we've had a, let's work out the 4-hour range. I would probably say that's our 4-hour range there. Maybe go that one, squeeze this one. That's our 4-hour range there. So what I'm looking at with the 4-hour range, tap, wick to the area, and rejection. Rejection, I know we broke below, but that one closes lovely, that one closes lovely. Loads of wicks to the area. We had a fake out there, so I would probably say that's the 4-hour range. Now what we've got to do, if we're happy with our ranges, where did the previous 4-hour close? That's the next question. So if we look at the previous 4-hour, closed bullish. Did it close back into the range? It didn't, okay? So what range are we in now then still? So it means we're in between here and where's the next range on the 4, so we need to find the next range on the 4. So I would probably say we get, like that on the 4. We've got rejection there, rejections here, got a few rejections here, and I believe we had a wing back buy on around these levels, didn't we, on Friday? But they didn't get activated.
I think so.
We did, but they didn't get activated. So yeah, this is probably the 4-hour range for me. So technically, what should happen on this 4? Now that we've identified what range we're in, this 4-hour candle is still respecting this level. So we're now in this range. Therefore, where should we be going? If we act upon what we see, where should we be going? Well, technically, we should be coming down to fill the rest of the range at 4022. Okay, so that's what we've got going on. However, if we're expecting this 4 to flip, we now need to find some previous data that shows us that we reject from here, then we come up to a certain area, and then we reject. If we don't get that, then probability wise, are we going to do that? Are we going to flip on the 4? Well, let's have a look. Let's see if we get a 4-hour close below this level, because that's the end of the range. What does price do? So the only time we've closed bearish below here and then closed bullish is this level. That's the only time. Price has never ever closed bearish, then bullish, a small bullish one I mean, and then dropped. Okay, we closed bearish below here and then we drove back up. Okay, but that's a forward close back into the zone. And we haven't had that forward close back into the zone yet because the 4 hasn't closed. If we do get the forward close back into the zone, what could we then do? Well, technically, we're now back into this range. Therefore, where should we be going? We should be coming up to fill the range. And then we go, okay, well, has price done this before in the past? Well, let's look left. Let's look at times where price has closed below here and closed back in the range. What has price done next? The only time it's happened is here, close back in, then you get a bottom wick, and then you drive up, fill the range. So it's only happened once though. The other one came straight through. Yeah. So if the 4 closes bullish back into this range, we'll wait for a bottom wick, and then we can take buys up. However, currently, what could this 4 do now? This 4 can flip to the downside at any point. But the difference is, because we're going off this technically, the difference is, look at the pullback on that. It only came to there, and then you dropped. So why are we coming here? Why are we coming all the way up? So that makes it a bit, what that says, it's new data being printed. And that's one of the things what can really catch us out. If new data gets printed, it can really catch us out. But if this 4 is going to flip, there's an hour and a half left of it. We've got an advantage point down in 4022. Actually further, to be honest with you, because if we are right, we should be coming down to at least these levels. So if this 4 is going to flip, What indication are we going to get on the smaller time frames? Well, I would probably want, if we can get a 1 close, maybe back below. If I can get a 1 hour close back below this on this 1 hour, so on 30 minutes, then it's highly likely what the fall would look like. I would imagine the next one is going to be the one what really drives through to come down. So I would take that. Now what happens if we get something like this though, where price rejected, comes up, taps this area, and then one 1 hour candle comes through? Could we look at that? And if so, could we take a wing back sell from here? That would be interesting, wouldn't it?
Possibly a nice trade coming up on the 30-minute on NAS, by the way.
Yeah, we'll have a look. I'm just thinking I might be getting another sell here, guys, on this wing back. See how we've done the story, and now all of a sudden things are popping out where, okay, we might have a sell. We've got no bottom wick on this. 15. So 15 do 15 close bullish. If we can break this high one more time. Close bullish. Why did you close bullish? Okay, let's see what the 15 does. If we close doji on this and I get a top wick, we might have a sell stop underneath, because I probably would have been in on this wing back anyway. We look at the previous one. The one's closing respecting this level, or is it? Oh, or is it? One's a skew with. If we go off that, actually broke out. This to so if we can close back below this on the one, I'm very interested in sells. That's a new 30 now. Take the 30. The one's broke out, so the one is not respected. Every time the one closes, the ball push further. So what would I want to see now? Where could we pop to on the one now? The one could pop all the way to this level. If it does, I think I need to break the highs one more time. It's the 15. Oh. If this 5 closes bullish, we might have a scoop entry on this. If this 5 closes bearish, sorry, I get a top wick, we might have a sell stop underneath the 5 to come down. We've got an advantage point. The one hasn't even tapped its previous support yet, which is here. 3 minutes, let's have a look. Stops for me would just be the high. Swoop entry, stop would just be this high, even though I am wanting a, what is this? Why did this do this before the drag through? Do this. Maybe that. Second entry maybe. These levels. Yeah, that's what I'll be looking at really. See how this 5 closes. But I want a top wick, guys, so stand by, get this ready. Go. Where would stops be? 4073. And this would be going off if the 4's going to flip. That's it. I'm not sure if it is going to flip though, guys. If we've got previous data, the only time we've closed Nestle below there, the 4 flips to the downside and fills the range. And if we're going to do that, this would just be a top wick, wouldn't it? .07. Okay, I need a top wick on the 5. Get a top wick on the 5. Got 100 and display 15. Flipping. Only because I think this 15 can drive right through. And if it is going to do that, why did we reject here? Was it to grab more liquidity? Make sure you got your lot size ready. Stops for me would be up here because this isn't another area we can tap. Would make sense to break the highs. I would prefer to break the highs and then come down.
Were you looking at a flip of the 5?
Flip of the 5, yeah, if we're going to come down. We've got to go risk-free here, though. This is it, because it's our advantage point. But...
Oh, you're on about a sell limit, yeah?
I'm looking... No, I'm looking... Well, we would be in for a wing-back sell now. I'm just looking at a sell stop underneath. See how this 5... So the 5's closed now. So can we pull back to at least this level? I'll pull back to this level, I'll have a sell stop underneath. If it comes through, it's not my trade to take, guys. Come on, don't go without me. Don't go without me.
Your stop loss 406192.
My stop loss is 4073, believe it or not, with a potential second entry here. The 3 is close respecting.
What risk are you putting down?
I've only got $150, I think it was, something like that. Okay, there's the pullback. Okay, I'm gonna have a sell stop underneath this 5 now. So
what, on the wick?
On the wick, underneath the wick. If we push up further, fantastic. Sell stop.
Where's your take profit?
My go risk free is 4058. I'm only going risk free because it won't be much. If you want, you can have stops just the high. The higher this, if this can break this high, we'll then move our stops to just the high because I'm not expecting it to come back down. 4073. 3.
Where's your actual take profit?
$200. Sorry, I'm risking on this. So this will be my go risk free. This 5 has to flip though. I need to make it go risk free. Risk free. And then my full target is here. 4023. So we're looking at, and this would be the 4 flipping basically. So we're looking at this. We're looking at maybe a 2.5 to 1. That's what we're looking at. 2.5 to 1. Okay, and it's all on the 4 flipping. So all we're going off mainly is if the 4, the only time the 4 is closed small bearish below this level is here. And then look what price done next. Drove down, filled this range at least. So if this 4 is going to flip, I'm also interested in getting a sell stop when leaves the 4, but there's only 1 hour and 20 left of this. So it's 1 hour and 20 left, enough time to get through this zone. Well, the way we work that out is, let's have a look. So let's mark this up green and see how this flew through them ranges on the 1 hours. So there you go. Look at that 1 hour. That was the 12. 1 hour completely fills the range. So yeah, we could flip on the 4 and still drive down. This would be the 15. We are in some sort of strong support level here though, so we would need a fake out back into the area. And the reason I've got in a bit early here, because if we look left, look at this 15. One 15-minute candle can drive through. One 15-minute candle. Another 15. Another big 15. So it's like we could really drive down on 1 5-minute candle. And if we're going to do that, we're not going to get any other indication of us getting in. Okay. Now if this buy doesn't flip, guys, and activate us, I'm going to delete the buy stop, the sell stop, sorry. Yeah, so the 5's closed push, so we're going to delete. I'm going to wait for a break of the highs, which now I'm expecting.
So we're binning it off now, yeah?
Yeah, bin that off. We're going to wait for a break of the highs. Again, we need at least a break of the high. I am interested in this wing back sell though from here. Or we'll wait for another 5 bearish close. What time is it now? We've got 30. The 1 hour is the next one to close. Yeah, we're just waiting for a closure back below these levels, ideally. Or some nice price action. I mean, look at this. This is minging at the moment. Doesn't know what it wants to do at the minute. So yeah, let's see if we can get a break the highs. Break the high, back into the range. We can look for more sells, or we can take this wing back sell. Same lot size as what we would have been in on this trade. And you might think, okay, well that's probably only then. Tell you what mine would be. 4069. We go sell limit. I was risking $100 on the first one. 406976.
We've been setting up a sell limit.
I'm just going to show you what the risk would be using the same lot as this one. 0.5%. 4073, 4073. $67. If I used the same lot as what I was going to use on this for 0.5% rate, $250 there. If I use the same lot, what I would be on this one this would be $67. Okay, and this would be our second entry. So I think we need, unless we get a 15-minute, if we can get a 15-minute close, we'll do exactly the same we did on the 5. Wait for a top wick and potentially get sells underneath. Or we wait for the fake out. Don't like the 5s. If this 15 closes bearish, don't like the 5s. Because we've not broke any high. think I would need a high, bro. Left. 30 is bullish. The 30 can reject from here. Tap, 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 rejection, back down, tap, tap. Are we going to get that? Are we going to carry on? 5 flip bullish now. Got no bottom wick here. On the 30. The one hasn't got much of a bottom wick either. I do like this wing back area. I'm just a bit cautious with stops. So if we look when we do come up to here, get a price from these levels, where we are, price from these levels, price comes up, taps, and rejects. Yeah. These levels up, tap, rejects. From these levels up, taps, rejects. This one didn't break below, so we disregard that. This one didn't either. Yeah, I mean, you could add this one in where we were down, up. Where were we at? Here, tap, reject, and then you go and hit stops. So we would need to turn this into a way take flash mode to break even. That would rule that out. This one, oh, that would. But even so, it still works out here. Tap, pull back before coming in it stops. Yeah, I like that, guys. I think we're gonna have a wing back sell on that. Take these into consideration.
All gold's on the move.
Yeah. What is an area I can reject from here? Oh, I do like my zone better. Yeah. Okay, where was that area where I said you tap, reject? Okay, stand by, guys, because I'm probably going to be getting insane lot size. I'm only risking $70. Stops would be 4074. If I break that, our analysis is wrong. Okay, our analysis is wrong. But this is what
wing back sell, yeah.
Wing back sell. We're going to get on the trade ideas. Wing back sells. Stop 4074.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's interesting. The graph going to buy with a TP of 4073.
4073. Ooh.
Yeah.
Andre. You naughty. Well, to be honest, yeah, it can get up there, it can get right up there.
Yeah. So I wanted just to stop there and then we go through.
It's all on the 4. The 4 can flip to the downside, yeah. However, the 1's broke out, so we're technically bullish on the 1. So it's a bit of a tricky day today, really, because the daily closed bearish. And
the whole week might be like this because there's news now tomorrow and Wednesday, and then
yeah,
I think Thursday, Friday is probably not going to be much, right? It's Thanksgiving Friday, Thursday, and then Black Friday.
Yeah. entry would be 4069. 069. 76. Stop loss will be 4074.75. TP1 406.423. My TP2 is if this 4 flips, we could come all. We could see 4023 levels. 4023.5. We manage risk if the 4 closes bullish above this level, 4051.
What risk are you putting on it?
I'm just using the same lot as the first entry, so I'm acting like I would be in on the first entry. Do you know what I mean? See how I've lowered the risk?
Yeah.
Because the ones broke out technically to the upside, so probability comes down. We sort of preempting if the 4 is going to flip or not. There's an hour and a half left of it, and if it's going to flip, it's going to be the next hour what drives down quite a lot. So that's why I'm my risk is just I've literally got $70 on it. That's it, because we should see a really nice return. Because if we're right, the 4 should flip. We shouldn't be coming back anytime soon. So we can literally watch it go all the way down without even taking partial if you wanted to. 4064. Manage risk if the 4 hour closes above 4050. Okay guys, I'm going to go make a brew. I have got my sell limit at 4069. Okay. Hopefully we'll get a rejection from there. Come back down. Take partial, move to break even can be this level. Let's move to break even. But whether you want to take partial or not, because I'm pretty low risk on it really. Yeah, I'm just going to go make a latte. I'll be back shortly.
Alrighty.
Right. Yeah.
Eating poo. Hey John, I wasn't talking to you. Got a lot of one looking at my screen and in my eyes, and you can just see their face. Like, she's dropping one out. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that look on a baby's face before.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Like they sort of like just start going a bit red in the face, and you hear that.
Yeah, it's brilliant. But the best is when you see me looking from their eye, you see the lump coming out.
Yeah.
It cracks me up each time. How's your weekend been, mate?
Yeah, it's not been too bad. Just chilled, really, to be fair, mate. Nothing too excited. I slept like a fucking baby on Saturday, though, mate, and I have not slept. I literally slept from Friday to Saturday. Friday into Saturday, I slept a solid 10 hours straight through. Didn't wake up.
All right.
Fucking
So
amazing.
you clearly don't know how a baby sleeps, because that's not how they sleep.
Yeah, that's why I don't have any, mate.
Because if you sleep like my baby and my kids, then you were awake every couple of hours, just calling on mama. No, it's good. Good that you get good sleep.
But to be fair, mate, I don't normally sleep like that. I'll never sleep all the way through. I think the last time I had a solid all the way through 10 hours was like about 8 months ago. So it just never fucking happens. So for the first time in fucking months, I felt brilliant on the weekend. What about you? Did you have a good weekend?
Yeah, it's pretty. The Christmas season picked up over here, so on Saturday we had a Christmas market at my big kids' school, which was quite fun. Yeah, we just raised money for the great baby for the school. It's fun, it's cozy. And yesterday Yeah, the little kids. Yeah, they've got all these Christmas kind of small parties with Santa and music. It's very old school, but I love it. It's so classic Danish. You know, we all dance around the Christmas tree, and then Santa comes, and the little ones. You know, some kids are afraid of him, some are not. It cracks me up. So yeah, so pretty busy with all of that stuff. But, it was really nice. Gold. So I'm in off an earlier breakout in gold. I thought I'd actually cancelled the painting. But I was out shopping with the little one, and then I wanted to get in on the liquidity grab back into the zone. And I was like, I couldn't understand why I didn't want to take my order. I think it's because I was already in the buy, have margin left or something. So luckily now it's worked out. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. You can play with that afterwards. Okay. Gold just be bouncing around, eh? Yeah. It's, can't make up its mind.
a look in.
Yeah, gold is just pissing it out a bit.
Yeah. Monday. Let's have a look. Right, close. We broke a high though, which is nice. 15's flip bullish. Not even going to bearish close. Yeah, we'll have to wait. Guys. Still got my wing back on though. I think the next 15 might give us a nice pop up. 30 close. Could see next 30 could easily pop and flip in one candle to come down. Okay, so while we wait for that, I have got a sell limit there. Yo, Chris. Yeah, let's do a top down on NASA, see what NASA's doing. Setting alert here. It's a nice doji, see if we can get a nice pop up and a flip. Okay, let's go to NAS. Let's have a look at NAS. Okay, so top down on NAS, let's have a look. Monthly, 5 days left of the month. We're bearish, we broke a low, but we haven't created any structure yet. Just like what gold has done, sort of what we want to see on the monthly. Up, down, then we've got structure to go up, but we haven't got anything like that. Sorry, gold's lower time frame, shall I say. Weekly, we closed bearish, but the issue we've got here is we had some big gaps. So this is a bit skew with this. We've got to be careful with this. Once it gets a bit more clear, then we can sort of look at it. But at the moment on the weekly, we're not getting much info really. We had a pop down earlier, but again, that was either news or a big gap. So the range on the weekly at the moment is between this and probably this minor support now. So could we see price push back up to the minor support? Yeah, we could do. If we go down the daily, it might give us a bit more of a clear picture. So what ranges have we got on the daily? So some of that like that. That's probably the best fit. Yeah. So on the daily is probably this level. And obviously now we've closed respecting this level. You could have took buys up if you got a steep bottom wick this morning and then buys above, but you didn't get that. We've got this gap and we're probably going to have to fill this gap, so this is a bit tricky on NAS. Let's go down on lower time frames. Yeah, we still haven't filled this gap. So here's the thing, people think, okay, well there's a gap that needs filling, so I'll just sell because we need to come back down. The thing is, you've got to work out when is it going to come back down to that. Might not happen straight away. It might mess about, come up, break a high, and then come down for it. You know,
even on smaller time frames, it's gapping. Like it's just gapped on the hourly as well. I'm in on a buy on it at the moment, but I've moved my stop loss to break even now because I've just seen it's gapped on the 1 hour. So that means hedgies are in it, fucking pissing about with it.
Yeah. Well, you've got another level here, minor level. That's on the 6 hour. This will also be where's the 4 range. So I would probably say that's a 4 hour close. But look, we already gapped above it and then we came back below it. So what's this 4 going to do? I mean, if this 4 flips now, you do have an advantage point where you've got this gap. Got that fair value gap to fill. So if this 4 does flip, highly likely coming down to that. But is it going to flip? This is the thing. Is it going to flip? Let's have a look. Because the 4 is still bearish below this level, right? But you don't know, because of the gap, you don't know if that's the gap pushing it above and then obviously just to close below. But if the 4 is going to flip, I would imagine it's coming down to fill that gap, but them gaps on the lower time frame are just... So if we, instead of saying, okay, let's get a sell stop and leave the 4, could we not just, there's 2 hours left of the 4, to close bullish, could we not just see where the next hour closes? If the next hour closes like this, let's make sure this is the 1 hour range. Yeah, I would probably say that's a 1 hour range. So if the 1 can close back in, like so, and we don't come down for this fair value gap, which we've got here, I'll show you the fair value gap. So if we mark that up as a fair value gap, if you get a 1 hour close like that, could we say and assume that that's because the 4 hours going to flip to fill this gap? Potentially. So if we got a 1 hour close back in like that, we wait for a top wick, tapping previous support, and then a flip. The advantage point is the start of the fair value gap, so this would be your advantage point. Because sometimes price just taps it, rejects off it, and comes back down later. Okay. So yeah, if we get a 1 hour close below there, I'd be interested in sells. Below, only have the 1 hour time frame, which is the 4. If it doesn't get activated, if we don't close below there on the 1, the whole ID is gone, really. Okay, whole ID is gone. So we'll come back to this in an hour. There's nothing else I can take on this now. I can't even take the breakout up because the 4 hasn't closed bullish yet. So what range are we in on the 4? Well, technically we're still in this range. Therefore, where should we be going? Well, we should be coming down to fill bottom of the range. Okay. Unless this is what's difficult as well, though. We've only got this area to go off. A few of these areas. And that's all we've got to go off in regards to data. So we've got to look at what price does in between here and here when we come back into the area. What does price do? We could look at, so if the 4 closes bullish, let's say the 4 closes bullish like this, what does price do after? So let's look at all the times the 4 has came from below this level and then back into the range. What has price done? Ooh, goals tapping. Let's have a look. 2 minutes, guys. Mind up. Here we go. I've been activated. It's just, why didn't that not activate? Have you been activated on that sell limit?
Excellent question. No, I haven't.
It didn't activate me either. Can we come back up? Do not go without us. Do not go without us. So this would be the breakout where I was at after breakout, and then we come back into the range. That's what I'm after basically. We would have been activated on this. Mine's not
should
activated.
Have been. It's literally come and taps the fucking entry point. I don't know why it's not put us in.
Yeah. It knows we're right. It knows we're right, John. We're still bullish though on the 3. Let's see if the next 3 pop up. annoying that, but we'll see. I'll keep an eye out on my MT4. I've got my MT4. So let's go back to what we were after, the 4. If the 4 closes above, what happens to price? Well, 4 closes, pushes, fills the range. 4 closes above, we then get a steep bottom wick back down to this level. So if the 4 closes above, could we potentially take a wing back buy from there? Okay, so we'll look at that. But we know price can pull all the way back, so it means our stops are going to have to be below that if we're taking buys up on the 4. 4 closes above, again, look at this pullback. 4 closes above, then we close bearish, then we pull back, and then we start to shift. But we come up to fill the range. We could maybe bring that forward to tap this level. But, yeah, so you've got potential 2 wing back areas there and there. Sell stop.
I think if it comes back, I'm gonna fucking mark and execute.
Let's go back to gold, guys. Okay, I'm gonna go active. Okay, I'm now activated. I'm low risk on this, guys, right? Because we might be wrong in our analysis. Okay, because this is technically a wing back sell. We sort of, it's a bit strange, and I've been doing these a lot lately just because the way price has been. But it's more about we're trying to we've been preempting the fake outs because lining up perfect for fake outs. Okay. But yeah, I'm in for sells on this. I've only got $70 risk on it, so it's classed as a swoop entry for me, really. But we're looking at a nice return if we're right. So what we're trying to see now, this hour's got 1 hour left of it. Where's this forward going to go? If this forward closes above this, then our analysis changes. We've got to look to manage risk. But if the forward drops and stays below this level, we can hold all the way down to 4023. Okay, so basically what we need is one 1 hour candle now, this one tap to flip to come down. That's what we're expecting off this 1 hour. I'll tell you what I might do as well. This one, does this one close expected? I might get a sell stop underneath the one as well. One does come down to flip. Oh, we're coming up here. Now, if we hit stops, the only thing I can think it could be is this level. You pop, but still you tap with 1 hour and then you come back. So really, if it comes up and it stops, it is what it is. It's Forex. Welcome to the industry. But if we're going off previous data, you should see a rejection around this level. Oh shit! I've been stopped already. Didn't even fucking tap me fucking stop loss. What's going on with this? Didn't even tap my stop loss here. My stops 4074.75.
Yeah, my stop loss hasn't been tapped yet.
Yeah.
Don't know how yours did. But it looks like it's probably gonna come and tap it.
Well, there's no bottom wick on this 5 yet, so let's see. If we can avoid getting stopped on this 5 and the next 5, you would imagine would come down for a bottom wick of this 5. So big another chance. I'm at the enter there, guys. I don't know why it stopped. Didn't even go near me stop loss. I put the numbers in my MT4. I think they're slightly out on my MT4. Oh god. Now, if the 4 closes bullish above that area, then it helps us in regards to our direction for the day because the 4's closed bullish. Okay. But if this hour does drop, I am keen to get a sell stop underneath this hour in case this hour does drop. If we have a look at price in the past, can the hour open up around here, push up with the top wick and then flip? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. So we look left. levels, aren't we? We did push up to where we are now. So if we look at this hour was around this level, which is a bit around our level. Pop up, top wick, and then we flip. The only downside to this one is we come all the way up to here first. Getting stopped, guys. So yeah, can do, but do we need to tap this level? It's a big question. See, if we go to tap that level, I can't really see the 4 flipping. That means the 4 is going to stay bullish. Is the 4 is going to stay bullish? Oh, that's a lovely guy there. There, he's got no bottom way. 15's closing bullish. Where's the 15 closed? 15 is closed respecting this minor, but look where the wicks go. Oh, we're probably going to get stopped here, guys. Yeah. Get stopped. This is the last line of defense. There's a 15-minute range here. Minor one where we've closed respected. But look where the wicks went on it. The wicks come past our stops. Maybe our stops should have been above that. Oh yeah. See what this 15 does. I'm in profit, guys, because I re-entered on it, because for some reason when I put the digits in and the stop loss was lower down. It's all on this 15 really. If you get a bearish close on this 15, you might be good. Because if the 4 is going to flip, the 4's only got 45 minutes left. It's got 3 15-minute candles left. And if this 4 is going to flip, it means the 15-minute candles would have to look probably like this. There's 1. There's 2. And there's 3. The 15s would have to look like that. And that's pretty big candles. However, it's doable. Look at this 15 here. This 15 came from this level, pushed all the way through with one 15-minute candle. So yeah, it's definitely doable. But whether that's the direction price wants to go, that's what we're trying to work out. Okay. All on the 15. It does look like the 15 needs to go and tap our stops though. But we'll see. We'll see. It would have been better if the 15 closed respecting here, then you only pop there, then flip. Yeah, because look, every time the 15 closes above there, 100% of the time it comes and hits these stops where our levels are. Good thing we're on low risk though, guys. This is why you go low risk. The reason why I use the same lot as this wing back, because I'm thinking, okay, well, I would be in on this wing back normal, so let's pretend that we missed that. You would be getting in on this second wing back anyway if you got in on it. So we'll just use the same lot. It just massively lowers the risk. So it's like we got in, but we just took the risk. It's like we got in without the risk on the table.
That's exactly what I say to myself when I sneak inside the bedroom if you're sleeping at night. And
Really?
you sleep.
I wouldn't watch me sleep, mate, but I'm an ugly sleeper. Emma, on the other hand,
I don't think so.
Emma, sometimes I have to like nudge Emma to make sure she's still alive. She's so still, just like, it's like she's not even breathing. Honestly, she's so still when she sleeps. Oh, come on. Doji or bearish 5, that's what we're after. I think this 4 is going to give us great indication though, because if the 4 closes bullish, right, we're now back into that range, which is good because it makes it a bit easier. Even though this is nice clean traffic down, this would be a lovely trade. But now we've got a bit of direction. Now we've got a bit more direction.
I knew it. Look at Naz now.
Doing.
Tanking.
Ooh, look at the 4. Okay, so if maybe could we maybe take a 15? Are we saying the 4 is gonna flip? If we're saying the 4 is gonna flip, technically could have a sell stop underneath the 4. What would that be? Could we not just take a 15 or a 30, or do we wait for the 1? Because the 4's, we're back on NAS now. The 4's still got 2 minutes. Sorry, 2 hour candles, 2 1 hour candles left on it. So if the 1 closes like this, top wick, could we take the sellers down? There's your advantage point. Or would we take the 15, which is the next candle to close? No, it's not. The 30 is the next candle. Could we take the 30, top wick, sell stop underneath to come down? Yeah, I think I'd be interested in that. We've now broke a high as well. But we'd have to make sure because the 4 hasn't closed yet. So the 4 could come back up and then close in. Well, let's see what this 30 does.
I mean, I'd probably be more inclined to wait for the 3 to close, to be honest.
Really use the 3.
I think.
Yeah, to be honest, that's a good shout really, because the 3 is still bullish. Once you get the 3, then top wick, then a flip, that would actually be better. Be less risky, put it that way.
Then you'll have some direction on the 4 as well.
Yeah, that might be a good shout. 38 though. But this is what I'm saying with the 30. If I can get a steep top wick on the 30, if we are going to drive down on the 3, then where would we pull back to? I think if we can get a pull back to here off the 30, that I would think would be a point of no return. So if we pull back that far, I think it's unlikely that we're going to activate and then push back up. I think that would be the point if you are going to flip back to the upside to start moving up. So let's see what this 30 does. The more this drops, this 30, we can adjust the pullback, maybe go there. But this is our advantage point. What does that say? Yeah, this is our advantage point here. Because that's the fair value gap. I think we had some wing back buys though, didn't we? Or did we? Why are these here? 2 hasn't closed yet. Okay, gold's dropping now. These all should still be in it. They shouldn't have been stopped. It's a nice 5 close. If we get a nice 5 close like this, it'd be lovely. This hopefully could initiate 15 faking out. So if we can get a fake out back into this area, that would be fantastic.
I'll tell you what, this 30 is looking quite aggressive on now.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Fucking glad I went to break even earlier. But this is it though, isn't it? It's just testament to the fact that I'm spotting stuff and I can see when I'm sort of mostly sort of seeing when I should get out and when I should stay in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm getting good at it. Like, you know, it's not the first loss I've dodged. Like I've dodged quite a few losses over the last couple of weeks.
It's a lovely 5 close that, guys. We've still got another 5-minute candle left of the 15. So ideally, very surprised how many it stops though the way that 15 closed. But ideally, we need another 5 like that, I would say, because we need the 15 fake out back into this area, back below this level. If we get that fake out, fantastic. We should be in the money. Should be in the money. Yeah. Let's see with the new 5. Let's go back to NAS. Okay, now.
Okay. Yeah, that would have slapped my fucking stop loss if I didn't get out.
Yeah.
Would have slapped it good and proper.
There is a wing back area here, guys, but I'm not. I don't like it because the 4 and the 6 is flipped. And we've got a fair value gap down here. I think once we take that fair value gap and we start flipping back to the upside, if we're going to do that, it's just going about as this, guys. Look at that. Now, if we did have the sell stop on the 4, would have played out lovely. But I was just waiting for
that wouldn't have been
below.
my trade. I don't. It like just putting a sell on it, like just for it to flip. When it's like the daily buy bullish, like it's not.
Well, it's more of the basically this, because if you think, okay, well, we can get one candle drive through, that's when you use sell stops with in regards to like the 4 and that. Look, it's took our advantage point away now. As we can really do. Wow, look at that candle. There's still 4 minutes left in it there. That's disgusting.
It is just off, isn't it? It's going on a tangent.
Tell you what, though.
It's decided to go on the journey to the center of the earth.
Yeah. Like, where's it going? Is it just coming for that fair value?
Coming down faster than Apollo 3. What was it, Apollo 1? I can't remember.
I don't like golf. Not into golf. Only joking, John. I do know it's to do with space. Speaking of golf, golf is only good when you play it drunk and naked.
I haven't done that yet, but I'm sure I will at some point.
Great fun. Look at these pushing candles though, guys. This wing back here is getting more and more tempting.
Good morning.
Good morning, Nate. How the devil, young man? Hey, what is it? What a game for Forest yesterday. Saturday.
We absolutely fucking hammered Liverpool.
What a game, mate. I watched it all. It was fantastic. Yeah.
Could have been 5-0.
Yeah, could have been. Liverpool, mate. Arne Slot's getting found out. Been saying it for ages.
That Jesus wearing a handball. That was a goal, that was.
Of course it was. Yeah, it was. I know. And do you know what it is? They didn't really zoom in on it when they could have done. Which was weird. But that was definitely a goal.
Nate, are you making this candle move like this on NAS?
Yeah, blowing it.
Yeah, I fucking thought you were.
Completely not filled the fair value gap yet, but nearly there. But there is a wing back buy here, but I think it would only matter if the 3 is still bullish, but if I had a bullish 4 above, then these wing backs would come into consideration for me. But now I can't really take them. But yeah, we couldn't get in on that, guys. I mean, look at that fit. How do you get in on that, really? Even the 15, did the 15 close back in? Not really. It's just now you can
take that buy, John.
I did, but I sort of went to break even pretty quickly on it, so I dodged the loss. I was just saying to Pete that I've dodged quite a few losses over the last couple of weeks, so I'm getting quite good at spotting them.
Yeah, just don't let it hit full stop loss. That's what you got to do. That's where I made a mistake before.
Yeah.
Hit this $500. Hit $500.
Well, this is the thing. I could kind of see it. I could see it sort of like flipping because for a start it was struggling, and there was just some other little bits that which were sitting there, and it was making me think maybe I shouldn't get in on it. I mean, another thing was the fact that the 2 and the 3 and 4 hadn't closed yet, and I knew that it could flip. So I thought, actually, yeah, I'm gonna probably go break even on it and look at it. It would have fucking slapped my stop loss if I hadn't. So it would have given me a good tea bag for Monday morning. So once again, I've managed to dodge a bullet. So
I've got school on my laptop, so it sounds a lot better.
Yeah.
oh, good man. Does that mean you're going to come and join the party more often?
I do. I do.
It's probably the one that
We
most
want you
active.
here all the time, Nate. All the time.
Well, I've got to clean windows as well at the minute.
No, you don't. You need to spend time with us.
Not. I didn't work last week, to be honest. I'm not working today, so too well.
Mate, I ain't going to work this week. I'm going to go hard on the trading this week. I think, because I want my bloody payout.
And we got a pull back here. Okay, guys, so we've had a bearish 15 close. And we got a top weight. The thing with the 30, 30's closed not in a nice place. The next 30 can easily pop up, break the highs, and then flip to the downside. Right? Because there is a support level around here. Like resistance level. But even when you close respecting there, you can still pop up. These stops might just be a bit too close. That's the issue. But hopefully we'll get a bottom wick first. Where I'll definitely be going risk-free and taking partial. Obviously, I've got a better entry on. Remember that I've got a better entry here. But yous all should still be in. So what I'd probably recommend doing, maybe if we pull down to this, we go risk-free, because at any point this 30 and flip back to the upside. Is that too close? So okay, gonna break that low. Close doji on the 5. So you ideally don't want this 5 flip bullish. If this 5 closes bullish, that might be the top wick of the 30 coming up, another top, and then still come back down. We don't want that, do we? I mean, I'm currently up $50, but the first one did stop me out. I don't know why. There's no any stops, but I think the numbers were just out really. So let's see. It's a lovely 15-minute close, but is it respecting anything? Like, when was the last time we closed bearish here like this? That's what we've got to say. Let's look left.
Yeah, that 15 respected my range, but the 30
broke out.
The 30 is a liquidity grab candle, so I won't take a bullish move here. But you know, I'm bearish.
Yeah, we're bearish. Yeah. We were expecting the 4 to flip, which is, if it's going to flip, it's got 30 minutes left to do it. I'm not sure. We really needed a big 15-minute candle. The 2's got no bottom wick, and you didn't have previous support.
Yeah,
same as the 1. No bottom wick, no bottom wick. Got a bottom wick there.
I've still got 4077612 to take out on target.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the next
that
range here.
Go to your screen.
Yeah, it's this area, isn't it?
That,
I've got the 4081 is the next range, technically.
4081.
Yeah, around that level. That's my next range. You see? See what you see?
Yeah, so that 15-minute just respected that range for me.
Yeah. So if you don't like it, guys, you're at break even, you can get out, and we'll just wait. We'll wait for another nice closure. Or you could get out of break even now and just get another sell stop on these at 15. See if we are going to flip there. Still in at the moment. If I get a 5 bullish close, I might be looking to close. It's 5 closes bullish, guys. I'm probably going to look to get out. Love a bit of trading, don't we? We love a bit of trading.
Love it. I've locked myself out of my funded today.
Oh yeah. You've locked yourself out.
I need to lock myself out on the futures.
So you don't trade it again the rest of the day. You know, in case you're
right.
tempted to trade it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish you could do it on 85. That'd be great.
Yeah, Nate's not quite as disciplined as us, Pete.
Nah.
Yeah, he's
No,
got to use.
Does he get itchy fingers?
to keep him out.
That's why I do it, because I am disciplined, you see. Just leave that. I've still got my other account to trade. But I need to guarantee my wages, so that's locked out for my wages. So
I'm only teasing you, mate.
it's not guaranteed that it's in your bank, though, is it?
Very true. Very true.
What are you doing,
Need
Fox?
two more winning days.
I'm still expecting this level. Which is, oh, look at the fat, you naughty bugger. I've just typed in the trade ideas, close full at break even, and then the 5s flip bearish.
Ooh,
But I haven't posted it. So as long as the 5s stay bearish. Ooh. Okay. And this next 5 flip. Still 2 5-minute candles left to the 15. I see, I'm not sure whether this could be just a little fake out straight back into the air right across. I've seen it all before. See if we can break the lows again, we might go risk free. I just don't like the 30. The 30's put me off still. The way the 30's closed. But you should be in profit still. It won't be much profit though, depending on your risk, but not much profit for me.
$36 on that 5 at the moment.
And this, I'm just worried about this 5. Gold does this a lot. So remember, it creates a little structure, and then it fakes out to the downside, and the next one is heavily bullish. And you get a fake out back to the upside. What do we see there? If I get a bullish 5 on this though, guys, I'm going to be closing. Because you've got 2 5-minute candles left to 15. Technically, if our analysis is right, should come down to this level unless we need another high like this. Up, back, up, and then go. So if we're right there, where does this one go? This one pulls down to that. So once we hit 4066, that's when I would go risk free. But if the 5 closes bullish now, that'd probably initiate the 30 flipping back to the upside, coming up to break the highs. I'd rather just get out and wait.
Yeah, it might take that high before it drops, but it definitely wants to drop, doesn't it?
Oh. That's what I've got anyway. But if the 4 closes back in, whole new analysis, we're bullish then. So it's just whether the 4 is going to flip to the downside. I'm not sure it's going to. But at the moment, we've got a nest play on the 4 hour. Tip downside. Look, this is what we don't like. Is this 5 going to flip? And if it is, 1 minute's got no bottom wick. Let's see how the 3 closes here. The next 3 is going to open up, no bottom wick. You little shitbag, look at that 5.
Yeah, struggle's getting real, innit?
Yeah, I think we might need to be tapping this level, which we didn't quite tap. Could we get a rejection from on there? Then where would stops need to be? I think we'd have to wait for the 4 at that point. There's only 20 minutes for the forward to close. Been a lovely day Friday, Nate. Looking fantastic day.
What traded?
Yeah. 2 entries on gold. Lovely.
No idea, I can't remember. I think I just got my minimum what I needed. Let's have a look.
That 5, that's what I'm saying. Look at the 5 out. Gold does this a lot. Creates a little structure, then fakes out, and then one candle, boom. 30 seconds. See if I can get a bottom wick, guys, to get out. I swear am I at the moment. See, I'm around break even on that second one. But I'll hold it for you guys. We'll do it together.
Let's do it together.
We'll lose together.
All for one and one for all.
Yeah. We're only very low risk on this, remember. This is a swoop entry. $70 I was risking on this, that's it. Which is nothing.
I think I put 150 in it.
Was it? And you got a bottom way. See that 5? I'm right. Why is the 5 coming up? It's obvious because it needs to break the high. That's it.
He wants to take that wick, that 30 wick.
Yeah. And I got a pull back. Oh, we got a pull back.
Is that John talking?
Yeah.
Yeah, coming up with an idea.
I'm getting ready to take a dump in my nappy.
Okay. Once we tap this area, guys, I'm going to be
Oh, I was
closing.
muted, sorry there.
Oh, God. Tears in the eyes. Jack, go away. Bloody dog scrounging for food because he's hungry. Get away. Wait. Trading comes first, you come second.
I mean, we've rejected it. We came down to this level. This is where it really stops needing to be above this.
Yeah, I can't do anything on gold for a long time. Let's have a look at those.
$15 looks like it's about to flip on NAS.
Okay, guys. I would close. If you want to close, now is the time to close full. Okay. You're around break even. I'm going to close.
$15 loss, mate.
Yeah.
Fine.
Hardly
That's a
anything.
win for me.
So we're gonna wait. I mean, if you think about it, if we get a 15-minute close back in, we can re-enter. But at the moment, that 30 can still drive and break the highs. I think if anywhere would have been better, really. Actually, the 4. Look at the 4 now, because if the 4 closes bullish back above here, our whole analysis has changed. It's changed. Okay. We could, yes, get a bottom wick. That's what we would want ideally, and then looking to push up. So, and we've got how long left to the 4? 17 minutes left to the 4. What's going to give us a bottom wick? But yeah, we're out of this. I'm out of this now. I didn't like. What you could do, there's only 2 minutes left to the 15, so the 15 is going to close bullish. And I think the next 15 could easily just pop up. I'm going to have to wait for the 4 now, guys. The 4. Okay. So that's another break even. Ah, right. Goldie, what you doing, Goldie? Less than 15 minutes gonna drop now. What? 5 to. 5 now, no 5. I just don't know why it would reject from here when all of them tap this level. Quite surprised I didn't see this area.
It's rejecting off the top of that 15-minute range, isn't it?
This is the only time where we've sort of rejected from this level. So we reject from this level, and then we pop back down to these levels, and then we come through. And if the 4 is going to stay bullish, could we actually look at a wing back 5 from here? If we're saying that the 4 is going to stay bullish. This is the only area I can see where we haven't tapped this level and rejected back down. Here. Let's see what this looks like.
Right, I'll be back in there. I'm going to get a cup of tea. While we wait for something to come up.
I think we're going to be carrying on. Yeah. Get a ball. 5, 5. The next 5 is going to power up, I think. A nice steep bearish, and then 5 just pushes. Oh, interesting. I'm going to wait for the 4, I think, guys.
When you do a wing back off that target I was saying?
Well, I've already missed the move. There's a wing back buy here, 4068, right? But
No, I meant for a sell.
for a sell, what target have you got here? 4076.
I've got yeah, 077834 around there. That's my top target. Then there's one after that, but it's quite far away.
Yeah, but the issue I've got now is the 4 is going to close bullish. So
I don't really know about
yeah, so if the 4 closes bullish, I'm expecting a bottom wick. Yes, you could grab that bottom wick, but how steep's the bottom wick? And then, because you've had a fake out back into the area, have you got enough liquidity to just drive up with a new 4? Or could we drive straight through this area? There's only one time we've rejected from here. What price tends to do comes to this and then comes up. But yeah, we could see a rejection from here.
yeah, because the 4 hour. Look, if you look at the 4 hour wicks, there's a lot of rejection around this area, isn't there?
Yeah. Yeah. See, for stops for me though, stops would have to be above this level.
I mean, it's not my trade. I'm just
Yeah. There's 15 though.
nothing for me until it breaks out of this 15-minute range.
Look at this 5 now. Jesus Christ, it's coming down now. Oh well. It's duped me now, Anna. Pure duped me. Price has only ever rejected from here once. Every other time price comes through. There's this little area, mind. Reject back to these areas, and then you come back up. Look at that. Back down. Yeah, here's another area there. Yeah, this is that area I'm looking at. And then you go. You little shitbag. Look at price now.
Yeah, at least Sunderland lost on Saturday.
Yeah,
Is the magic happening yet?
Oh, yeah, it's coming down, mate. It's coming down. It's gonna hit our tape back. It looks a bit even. But we're out.
Sunderland's got some hard games coming up as well.
Yeah, I think they've had an easy run at me. Start the season.
Yeah. They've had the easy matches, that's what it is, hopefully anyway. Oh, did they oh no, it's women's. It's called women's. Every time I put in now, it was called women's first.
Yeah. See, there's a wing back area here. Look at this 3 here. Always going to close in 10 minutes. How steep's that bottom wick going to be? I don't think we can get that top bottom wick without tapping this level. I think we've got to bounce off something. There's a wing back area here, but we've sort of already done it, but we didn't break the high. So we haven't took the advantage point as of yet. And if we get a 3-minute close like this, I get a bottom wick, tap previous support, I might have a buy stop above. Believe it or not.
I'm going to take Nate advantage point. What?
You are?
What?
What did you say?
What?
What?
Said Nate advantage point or something.
What? I said I want to take Nate's advantage point.
That 3's nice. Because we're starting to flip now because the 4's going to close bullish. So the whole analysis is gone. Because this whole trade, even though it's nearly played out, but this whole trade is that the 4's going to flip back to the downside. That's it. That's what we're going off. But if the 4 closes bullish, then that idea is gone. We just move on to the next one. I think we might have to wait for the 4. See what the 4's going to do.
When's the 4 close at 10?
9 minutes, yeah. Yeah, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to refresh. Another top down. Because a new 4. We know that the weekly can still do anything, right? Weekly came down for its bottom wick. The range we're in on the weekly is between this and this. That's the weekly range. Yes, we closed bearish, which is a bit annoying, but bottom wick and then a flip to the upside. Could we see this weekly push up? So, yeah, potentially. But this weekly can do anything at the moment. But then on the daily, on the lower time frames, you've got a zone here on the daily where you've had 3 candles respecting these levels now. So we've got a bit of contradiction between the weekly flip to the upside and the previous daily bearish. So what is this daily going to do? Again, it's difficult because this daily can do anything. Technically, it should be coming down to fill the rest of the range, which is sort of down in these levels. It's the daily. Probably say that. So what is this daily going to do? So the daily and the weekly are not really helping our analysis. We're going to have to go lower time frames. And then, so when we go down to the lower time frames, we look at the 6-hour range. Where's the 6-hour range? So we've probably got I don't really like the 6. I'm going with 4.
Fucking hell, look at this drop.
Yeah, I know. So there's the 4-hour range there. That's the 4-hour range there. We technically had a nest play on the 4. This 4 didn't close above. So that means this 4 can flip at any point to the downside. Okay? But there's only 7 minutes of it. 7 minutes. So the likelihood of it dropping to the downside is slim now. Right? And as time goes on, it gets slimmer and slimmer. So if we get a forward close like this after being below this level, or should we say, let's get this one out of the way. Let's look at all the times where we've closed below this level on the 4 and then came back in. What is the next 4 done? That's what we're looking at. So this 4 closed heavily bullish, but look at the bottom wick we got. Bottom wick, tap, flip to come up. So is that what's going to happen? Next 4 here. 4, tap, bottom wick, up, and tap these levels.
Well, that weekly, the weekly candle plays horrible, isn't it?
Yeah, it was wasn't very nice. It wasn't what I was expecting. 4, up, tap, bottom wick, flip, gone. Oh, not much bottom wick, straight through. And I believe that's the only date we've got. So that's all we've got to go off. So probability wise, 100% of the time, when the 4 closes back above here, you pushed at least 4081. But the bottom wicks on these 4s are quite steep. So you could have a potential wing back buy here, which is previous support. The reason being, if you look at this 4, we're only looking at the 4s what's broke below this level and then come back in. So if we look at this 4 here, back in, bottom wick, tap, reject, gone. This 4 in, bottom wick. So what we'll do is we will mark that up. There's another potential wing back buy. 4 opened up and just gone without us. That's what we might get. We might just push straight back up. 4 top wick, then a bottom wick, gone. So if we adjust this wing back buy, grab that, that's all we've got. This 4 broke above. You would need a pullback anyway for buy stop. So basically 4081 is our advantage point. Okay, if the new 4 opens up and pulls back and gives us a bottom wick, we could have a buy stop above. That's our advantage point. Activate, flip, take partial move to break even. Hopefully we'll carry on, but because we can reject from here, especially if we close respecting this level, we might just get this where we came back in, pull back to this level and then go. So that's what we could get today. We could easily do that, back to this level and then go to these levels. So yeah, if the 4 closes like this, I would like a bottom wick. Now the best bottom wick out of these 2 wing back areas, which one do you think would be best one? I don't mean in regards to return RR. I'm on about what's the reasons. Well, look at this 4, no bottom wick on this 4. So could this 4 come down, create that bottom wick for that 4, and then we get a flip to the upside? So we look like this. Could we get that? Could we get that? The next thing you've got to ask is, what if we get a fake out on this 4 back to the downside? Could it drive? Well, I think it can only drive down if this wick comes up and breaks a high. And where's the high? The next high is here. That's it. Oh shit. The next high is here. That's the only way price could drive down, fake out. We've got to have a fit. We've got to break a high. I think we've got to break this high. So that means we're good in regards to driving up without a fake out. So therefore, where would stops need to be? Well, stops. Where would stops need to be? We've just got to look at all the times where prices close back into the range. Here, this push to there. And this is a great tip. Next one. There's the 4. Price push to there. 4 pushed all the way up. Yeah. Price push to there and then rejected. And 4 pushed all the way up. So I would probably do. This one came to here, so that you'd have to go risk-free here, but you probably would get all the way up to this level for full TP maybe. Could go there, I suppose. That would be your next line of resistance. Oh yeah, you could have a reject. So yeah, I sort of like the 4 now. Makes more sense. It's a case of how we're going to get the pullback first. Do, can we get the buy stops above, or we're going to take the wing back buys? Now, the downside to this setup, the one thing I am worried about is this low here broke a prominent low. Quite a lot of liquidity here, right? So then why didn't this one carry on driving up? Could it be because that's not the direction they're going to? They just needed to create more liquidity below here to come down. Okay, and then you come down, you break out. What is everyone doing? Everyone's selling, 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 selling. Are we coming back into the range to then come back down to grab this liquidity? So could this be another fake out? I'm still not confident though we can drive down without breaking a prominent high. And my analysis this morning, John, what was it? Was it the weekly? I said the weekly, where we're at, ideally what you need, you want to break these lows and then back in, then you're taking buys all day for the flip for the weekly. Or if you haven't got a steep bottom wick, then you want to break the highs and then to come back in to come and fill and tap previous support. So you either need to break the highs or break the lows. It's exactly the same on the lower time frames.
Yeah, I mean, I can't see anything else going on at the moment, not really.
Yeah, it's Monday as well.
So your trade is the best trade that we've got going on at the moment.
Yeah, we're gonna have to wait for the forward to close, I think.
Well, I mean, I think that'd be a nice trade setting up on NAS once the 3 and the 4 close.
Yeah.
It's not for another hour yet. But elsewise, I can't see anything else really.
Yeah, the 4 was similar, you know. Sorry, NAS was similar, but if we had a bullish 4, then I'd be interested in these win back buys. But we can't really take them at the moment because the 4 and the 6 have flipped. Bear in mind, I mean, that would have played out nicely already. You've not got much bottom wicks on them though. But this would have played out lovely. But it's not really for me unless the 4 closes are bullish. So it's a tricky one now.
Yeah, I was looking at a buy a minute ago, but it just didn't close above the range.
Yeah.
So it's no trade.
No trade. He's gold coming back up now for the highs. So here's the thing, I mean, obviously we got out at break even now. I mean, I actually got, well, it wasn't break even because the first one, but it didn't quite tap our tape past and move to break even area. It did break a low, but still, the indication of this we were wrong was that 5 closing bullish. That tells you that we can't drive down with just what we've created here. We need to create more liquidity. So how do we do that? Well, we come back up and grab the liquidity what is above here. That's exactly what price is doing now. If the 4 closes bullish, so what we're after now, or the 4's closed, sorry. So I'm after a bottom wick. If I can get a bottom wick, and then I'll have a buy stop above the 4 to come up and tap this. That's my advantage point. But we know the 4 can open up and pop. So it might pop up and it'll take our vantage point away. So, yeah. How far of a pullback do we need? Well, I would want a pullback to at least this level, which is previous support. That's what I would want on the 4. So if I can get a pullback to here, I'll then have a buy stop above. Pullback needed. You could have a wing back buy on from here and also here. The only issue I've got is where would stops be, because if we are going to fake out, highly likely that we're going to pop straight past this. So you're going to pop past this anyway. So does that mean that could we just have our stops just the low of this level here? And if we're going to pop past it, that means we're going to pop past this anyway.
Off it goes. Take the liquidity low.
Heard me. I mean, what we could do, if the advantage point does come up.
There you go, my first target just hit.
Nice. And then if the 15s maybe close back below. So you've got a level here on the 15. Now that you've took the high. If you get a close back below there on the 15, might be interested in the sell. As in the 4 creating its bottom wick.
53.
But I'd need to see a fake out on the 15 or something. Something like that. Something like a fake out would be lovely. So yeah, we're getting some movement though, which is nice.
Yeah, been a nice 50 odd pips if they're close just above.
Yeah, you've got a broken heart now, ain't you, mate?
Nah, I'm alright. Got my wages. I don't mind missing trades nowadays. Just let them go.
I think you just realise like you don't need to grab a trade every day.
I've got to that point where sometimes I'll see like trades and I fucking miss them, and I'm like,
Yes, we got to think. Just don't matter. Just wait. Take your alerts.
Well, the thing is that I'm confident enough to know now that like I will get another trade anyway. Do you know what I mean? It's just one of those things.
Especially with gold. Gold shows trades all day long. Especially the way I'm doing it on the lower time frame, grabbing liquidity and stuff.
Tell you what, if this 15 stays respecting this level.
I think if this closes back into the range, I'll take a sell. But there's another target above, but it's quite far away, so I don't think it's going to go that high yet.
No, neither do I. To be fair, I know what target you're on about. I can't see it hitting that soon.
It's too far away. It's too far away. That's not my trade route. I mean, I'd let it carry on running up to it. It wouldn't be a first target that far away.
Everything is bullish. I can't get in.
In there. Yeah. Tell you what, when you're at home more, the bloody dogs are more needy, aren't they? Get used to being at home more.
Mr. Winston for us, man. Honestly.
Go on, get in your bed. Yes, get in your bed. Do one.
Can easily pop up.
You just
on
got
this
the one dog now.
No, two.
Right, still got the sheepdog.
Yeah, sheepdog and French bulldog.
Oh, yeah, it was your box you lost, wasn't it?
Yeah. Unbelievable dogs. You are there.
Staffies in boxes are the best family dogs.
Yeah, you like the Staffy, don't you?
I'd get a blue one next.
Yeah.
That's what happens to this little shit. I didn't even want this dog. I just took it on because I felt sorry for it. Kind of thing. You know what I mean? It's not a dog I'd go and get a bloody show cocker spaniel.
Yeah, well, we got Mr. Winston given.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
He always finds a lot of problems, don't you? That's why we're getting rid of it.
Well, he's all right. He's got a class character, but he's so needy. And French bulldogs, mate, they're just crap dogs in regards to the way they're designed. Can't even shit properly. You've got to wipe their asses off.
You have to get his nose sorted out, was it okay?
No, he's alright. But he snores like hell. Farts like hell.
Yeah. They have to pull the nostrils out a bit more, don't they?
Yeah. And he thinks he's hard as out. He offers me out every night. Do you want some?
This dog we've got scared him saying shadow. Sees a cat, runs opposite way.
Rosie's like that.
As the dog comes along walking, she's straight down my legs, hiding.
I think we might mess about here, guys. If we look at this 4 here, sorry, 3. This 3 is close respecting. Right? But look at what the next 3-hour candle has done. The high was here, and the low was here. So does that mean we're going to mess about? Come on.
Looks like it might close back into this 15-minute range.
I do like that 15, yeah. It is risky because we haven't tapped this level. This is my next range, 4081. Well, to be fair, if I was going to take a wing back sell, it would be here. Be at 4079. Got a pop up. But it's just not the best with a 4 now. I don't know what I would take with a 4. I need some more candles to print, I think, in order to take it. What would I want to see? The 30 hasn't filled its range. Close the book. Can we get out? If you look at these, they're so skew-if. Look, you've got 30 there, 30 there, 30 there, 30 there, 30 there, 30 there. So where's the range? Is it that one? That one? They're all skew-if. Don't like it when it's like that. Because we don't know if this 30 is close respecting or not. What's a 15 done? 15. If the 15 closes bearish, now that we fill this range, if the 15 closes bearish, could we then get a top wick? I can see the next 15 driving down here. That would be the 4.
No, that's what Nate's just said. He said if it closes back in the range, he'd be looking at sells.
Yeah. No top weight. This is what I'm going to do. If this 5 can close back below this level, okay, that would be the 15 closing bearish. Oh, plot twist. If the 15 closes back below this level, I was going to say we'll get a top wick on the 5 to take away the no top wick. Then I would get a sell stop underneath. Because the thing with this area, right, it's a tricky one. I'll tell you why it's tricky. It's not going to give you an indication for the actual move. It's literally going to open up like this, little top wick, and just plummet. That's what's going to happen. One candle's going to plummet. You're going to miss the move. But I am interested in wing back buys from 4056. I'll probably have them on and sort of leave it there. But stops are difficult. Stops, do you just go below this low? Stops are difficult. I'll have a catch it made. See what this 5 does. Because it'll probably be another swoop entry, this guy's for me. Because the 4 can flip and push higher. Is that okay with you, John?
No.
You don't like a swoop entry, do you? Rejection.
Debatable. I've been stung by swoop entries. Depends what it looks like, really.
Yeah.
Some of them I take, some of them I don't. Just depends, really.
Hey, what was I saying in football when Newcastle Nate? I said there are two people we're missing. It's Livramento and Hall. That's why we've not been able to win out away. They played, both of them were unreal. Oh, they're good. 15-5.
Yeah, we've got a few injuries at the minute, so I think Chris Wood's going to be. I don't think he'll get back in the squad, you know.
Don't you? No, that Jesus is good, like.
He just needs to score some goals and learn some more English.
Yeah.
Can't speak any English. I mean, the two defenders scored for us, didn't they? Two goals from the defenders.
Yeah.
In the what's it called?
Do you know what? Remember what I said to you with Dice? Right? People laughed at me. I said you need to get Dice, right? Because sometimes when you get like that, you just need to go back to basics. And he is like the basics masterclass. He is the master of instilling the basics.
Like we did last year on Saturday.
You know, we're playing at 4-4-2 technically. Just a basic 4-4-2. When you were defending off the ball, you were just in a flat 4-4-2, which was fucking great to see because no teams play 4-4-2 anymore, really. It was lovely.
We didn't let them breathe.
Nah.
Once they got the ball, we was hammering them straight away.
Yeah.
Like the telling the interviews after these making, he said, what's changing in the what's changed? He said we're running more, making us run all the time.
Yeah.
Back to basics, running. That's why there was all over them, I think.
Oh, it was, mate. It was great. Great. And this is why I watched these up, mate. He's just a shell. It's like there's nothing about him.
He didn't even do anything, did he?
He hardly got on the ball. And when he got on the ball, mate, he lost it. He was dreadful. Yeah. He was dreadful. But there was times where Mo Salah could have passed to him. And this is what he's missing. Because Murphy's assists are just mental. Where when you've got Mo Salah, he's not going to pass. If he can shoot a pass, he'll shoot. And that's why Isak's looking shit. Because Isak is only good when he has the service. So it's just karma playing all over. It's just karma. Look at this here, guys.
Never get the money back, will they?
No. Never. Close respect. Why did we do this little pullback? I am interested in win back sell here, 4079. I'm just a bit cautious. Because the 4. But the 4 hasn't got much of a bottom weight. But the issue with the 4 wasn't the 4. Wasn't the 4. It was the 3. There's a 4 here what broke out. Didn't give much of a bottom weight and then still draw. So it stops
it. That 15-minute candle. That minute candle didn't take the full liquidity. It left a few pips. So maybe it's coming back up to grab it before it drops.
Yeah, this is why I'm interested in this win back sell here. But where would my stops be? Stops would have to be here. We do pop through second entry.
So it's either going to take that wick and drop or carry on.
Carry on my way, will.
So you won't drop until you took that full liquidity, will it?
Yeah, to the upside.
Yeah. I mean, if it's going to drop, it's got to take that wick before it drops.
Yeah.
It never just leaves a couple of bits unless it's news close by. There's no news today.
This is what I mean with the stops. The stops are just 4091. What's that? I'm just going to work this out, guys. We might have a potential win back sell here.
What, 4079?
4079 with a potential second entry 4085, but I need to work the probability out to see what I'm willing to risk on it.
Your trade played out without a pullback as well again, didn't it?
Who's mine?
Nate's.
Say again, mate.
Yeah, your trade played out without a pullback there, didn't it?
No, it weren't a trade for me because it's a liquidity candle.
Ah, right.
So I took all that liquidity to the left already. It didn't
Oh, yeah.
close above. If it
Yeah.
would have closed above that wick, I'd have probably took it. But yeah, I can't take it if it took liquidity and not closed above liquidity. It's like this candle now. If it closed back bearish, I can't take it because it didn't take the previous wick.
Yeah.
Even though it probably pay out, but that's the rules I go by. So that's the 30, that's the 30. So it could happen on the 30. So what happens with me is on 15, there's that 15 there, if it closes bearish, I can't take it because it has took liquidity first to get to 30. And it closes bearish, I can take it because it has took liquidity.
Yeah, that actually would be that might actually be quite a nice trade actually. If it closes bearish.
I'd be more happy if it took all that liquidity. See, that's left them 5 pips at the top.
Yeah.
That's what they like. If it would have took them 5 pips, it'd been an A-star setup at the top. But I only go low risk on these ones anyway. I never go full risk on these grabs.
2 5-minute candles left here. This
3 and
5,
4 is flipping.
yeah, and if this 5 can close like this, and I get a steep top wick to take away the no top wick on the 5, I'll have a sell stop underneath the 5. Okay. We're trying to work out. So the 3, I believe the 3 was the 3 the only time I will close respect. So these are the respecting zone here. Yeah, it's whether this 5's going to pop back on us. See what it's going to.
This could be your trade getting ready to play out, like coming down to the downside beat.
Yeah. We're trying to see if we can get in the direction. I've got a wing back, potential wing back south on 4079. And that's the next zone really. If it's gonna pop. But the thing with these 15s, yeah, so gold does this a lot, and it done it with us on the 5 a minute ago. So we create structure here, then the 15's closed out. Then what tends to happen, you then get a fake out. Gold does it a lot. Fake out back in. But the thing is with these fake outs, we're in an area where, look at that 15, you had a fake out to the upside, look at that 15, straight through. So it tells me that this 15 could really drive down, right? And if it is going to drive down, we can't wait for the 15 because the 15 would drive down, would miss the move. So how would we get in? Well, we would need a 5 minute close below. And then you say, okay, well, I want at least a top wick to rule out that this is not just a 5 closing back in and the 15 is going to flip bullish. Or you wait for the 15 minute close below and then you wait for your top wick.
Yeah, I'll start looking at these 5 minutes for like a 5 minute confirmation on a breakout.
So let's see what this 5 does.
So I've been looking at when the 15 breaks out with a wick and I can't take the trade, I drop down to a 5 minute. And if it takes the wick and then closes back up bullish, it's a new trade I've been looking at.
Yeah.
Confirmation trade through 3 candles.
How's this 15 gonna close? 2 5 minute candles left to this 15. See, because I'll probably have a swoop entry on this again. If the 5 comes up around these levels, sell stop underneath, but my stops would only just be back in this range because I'm not expecting price coming back in this area. So my stops would be tight. I'd be low risk on it. Where would I be going to though? This is the thing. So my target would only be the previous support, which is here, where I'm looking at a buy. Interesting, because remember, when price pulls back down to this, we're now interested in buy stops above the 4 to come up to fill the rest of the range. Oh, wait there, look. It did fill the range, didn't it? All the 4s come and tap this level.
Do you say you're looking at a sell if it pulls back?
5 pulls back, yeah. I need a
Where's your stop loss? Same place.
No, my stops. I'll be swoop entry. So if price pulls back to at least this, what needed? Would it be this? If price could pull back to that, maybe I'd have a sell stop underneath.
Where's your stop loss for it?
Stops. My stops literally would be the high here. There. 4074. Nice and tight. So what's that there? So this would be sort of saying, okay, we think the 15 is going to drive down. That's it. That's what's off. And if the 5 closes back above, then we're not interested. Let's go for time frame. 5 minutes. Can we get this pullback? If it goes with ours, it goes with ours. I guess going without it. How long's left? There's one last 15 minutes. With the 15, if the 15 closes bearish, then we get a top wick. Probably take the 15 as well, coming back down. Could be looking at something like that. A nice pop down with a new 15. So we sort of don't want this 15 to drive far.
If this 5 don't pull back, I'll be looking at getting in on the 30, I think.
30, is that the next to close? Yeah, true.
Yeah.
30 would make sense. Because the 30, where was the 30 zone? The 30's at, I don't think it was the 30. The 30 is a skew width all over. So you don't know where the range is on the 30. There's a level there, level there, level there, level there, level there. You don't know where the 30 range is. That's what's hard. So we don't know if this is close respected.
All the rest of the time frames are looking at flipping, so I think it looks quite nice. Personally.
Well, if we look at, if we've been bullish, 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 once you get 30 close, what happens? Bullish, 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 30 close, what happens? Oh, you mess about a bit there, don't you? Back up, 30 close, mess about, straight back up. So, yeah, it's just a bit.
That pullback's sort of coming in, hopefully.
Yeah, okay, now I'll have a sell stop underneath. We just got the point of no return, basically. Sell stop. So I've got a sell stop underneath the 5. If this 5 doesn't flip, we just delete. Sell stop. Advantage point is this low. As soon as we break that, go risk free. My stops. Stops be. To be honest, my stops could be back in here now. Yeah, my stops could be 4073. Because I'm expecting this 5 to drive basically off the 4. Sorry, off the 15. Tell you what, our stops will be above here, guys. Here, like that. That's where my stops will be. That is, I believe, $100 for me. That. Let's see if this 5 can flip. If it does flip, that would confirm the 15 driving down. Hopefully, driving down to sort of these levels. Should be coming to break the law, I would imagine. If the 5 doesn't flip, then what you would do is wait for the 15 to close, and then you'd need a bigger top wick. You'd probably need this no top wick tuck from the 15, because if the 5 closes like this, you'd need a top wick on the 15. Should be bigger. There's your advantage point to take. But we might get activated here. Can we get a nice pop down? And this would be the 4-hour bottom. We're basically counter trend because the 4 is bullish technically. But I need a pullback to at least here for me to get a buy stop above or even look at buys really. So I need that pullback. I have got a potential wing back buy of 4056, but we're trying to see if we can catch the move down. If this 5 doesn't take it, guys, I'm deleting. Okay. So if this 5 doesn't flip, I'm deleting. Doesn't mean it's not going to play out though, because the next 15, the 15 could do it, or the 30, like John said, the 30 is about to close. I think if anything, what I would want now is if this 15 closes like this, I need a pullback to here. So if the new 5 can come up to there, I'll put the sell stop back on.
I don't think I'll be going 1% risk on this trade though, just because some of the.
Well, I'm only $100, which is 0.2%. Well, it isn't 0.2%. That's it.
I normally just kind of go half if it's like, if it looks good but it's not amazing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm deleting, guys. Delete. Not for me. Away for the 15. If the 15 now pulls back to this level, then I'd be interested in getting a sell stop underneath the 15. So we need a pullback to 4072. Yeah. Okay, I'm just going to nip to the toilet. Be back in a second.
You know, literally missed that. Just fucking went. Fucking hell. Oh.
Whose wind chimes is that?
It's Pete's probably. He's got like dream catchers and wind chimes in his cabin.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Can't believe that. Fucking. I hate it when it does that. You see the trade and it just fucking goes. Doesn't even give you a chance to get in. That's why 9 times out of 10 I just put a fucking. I mean, I know they play out anyway. That's why I normally just fucking mark and execute, because half the time it just fucking goes anyway. It doesn't even pull back, it just goes. That's now tapped to goods, like a support level now, so it's probably where I probably would have exited. So I'd probably say that's kind of played out now. wanted to go a little bit further down. Oh yeah, sure, it could still go a bit further down, but the thing is like, because the other time frames are bullish, I wouldn't really risk it. I would have got out where it's tapped.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's only a 30. 30s are still good entries, but it's only just because 1, 2, 3, 4, they're all fucking bullish. So the odds of it coming down further are much slimmer than what it would be if they were all bearish. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I would have exited where it's tapped and rejected. For me, that trade's played out.
I got in now, but it took me out break even.
Oh, you fucking got in, did you? Mate, I was seconds away from getting in.
Yeah, I took it on a low risk though, so if it was full risk, I'd have closed out. But what's 40 ticks that was?
Yeah, 4066 is where I would have exited. It's probably the same place you would have exited as well.
Futures chart, wasn't it?
Nate, have you found a future chart on TradingView that matches the figures on?
So just use a window, just follow the candles. You'll never get nothing that matches the price to the future price rather than spot price.
No, because because you have the NAS futures as well, obviously, and then like on TradingView, the charts I see there is much closer in price as well. Actually the actual numbers.
Yeah, you just got to forget about it.
Okay, we're back on. Am I back on there, guys?
Yep.
Yeah, 15 didn't give me the pullback I wanted.
Nathan.
Can you hear me?
No.
Yep.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I was just singing to Nate.
Yeah, that was
Just trying to serenade him.
Yeah, that top wick I would have got in on that, but
Mate, I fucking Nate got on it seconds before I did. I was just about to get in on it and it just fucking went. Just flew. Bloody annoyed by it. But it's just the way it goes sometimes.
Give me minimum seven ticks.
yeah.
Pips. Keep saying pips to you lot. Ticks, pips.
Yeah, but ticks and pips is different.
Ticks and pips still measure the same.
No, well, it depends. It's based on
You've got point. You've got points on as well, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, ticks and pips are more or less the same.
Get this bottom wick now, so these are gone.
That would have been a good trade if all of them took out break even.
Did you not put your yeah, I mean I would, like I say, I would have got out at 406650. Oh sorry, 406655, that's where I would have got out on that.
It hasn't quite touched it yet. It hasn't quite got to the end of that wick.
No, it's touched it on mine, on my Oanda. I would have got out.
But if you zoom in, BAR says it hasn't touched it yet.
Tell you what, awful area.
30 minutes.
Awful range. Yay! Right. Found me on 20 to 11. Bloody hell. Blue by.
But mate, I've taken, like I say, I've taken this week off, so I can stay on all day if I want. I am catching a trade today, I'll take that.
Yeah, some of us have a life though, John.
Yeah, well, you know, it's just the way it rolls sometimes, isn't it?
So the sixes broke out, right? It's not quite faked out, but it has broke out back to the upside. So this 6 technically should flip back up. If we are going to flip, let's say if we just got a buy stop above, there's nowhere else to go apart from 4082 on the 6. Nowhere else to go. So if we are going to flip now, that would be an advantage point, but you'd be hoping you could sort of push through to these levels, which would make sense in regards to rejected, came back down. What could we take? Back by. How's this a fake out? Flip. There's no news today as well. It's nice. I think we could really
should be a good day to catch trade, really.
We could really fuck about here. I think I'm gonna have a wing back buy on here. I might leave this with you. Wing back buy, potential second entry. Back buy, because you can pop straight back through. It's only 3 hour. What is this though? Why did this do this? See, we're going into this wedge, right? Look at this wedge here. Got an area like so. Yeah. And then we've got an area like so. So what are you going to do, gold? What are you going to do? Stop. Say again, guys.
I thought it's going to tap my buy entry and then go to TP.
Yeah, where's your buy entry?
4063.
40, yeah. 4063. Based in my wing back area. No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's about here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. Trying to work out where I would put my stops. This is what's hard. And if we break this low, you're highly likely, because that's the direction. If you break this low again, that's the direction we're going. And you're going to break this. And likely this anyway. So is there any point having stops here? You might as well just have it on a low. Also, you're bullish now because the 4 you are bullish. We're looking at buys really. I think that would make sense. I think my stops would just be below this level. If we break that. And then I look at the push. Is it worth or not? Yeah, okay. We are wrong. Where should we push back to the wrong? 4064 it looks like. We could tap, pull back, 4062, take parchment to break even in case you get this extra drop. ranges, guys. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Minging. We're in an awful area, you know that, don't you? Look at this. These are all 1 hour candles. Look at that. It's quite difficult.
Crappiness, isn't it?
Yeah. I think this swing back buy could be nice. And if the 4 closes below, that's your sign to get out. But could you see the 4 doing that? And if so, then obviously it's going to stop you out with 1-4. If you are going to fake out. But if the 4 closes below, that would be sign to get out. And if you don't get stopped out, you would imagine then you're going to get a pullback to tap previous support again. Get you out. Or the flip to the downside. So is this wing back on then? And if so, how far do we pull back? Maybe we pull back to here at least. Even if it's what I'm looking at to work out where my take partial move to break even is if I'm wrong, where do we still pull back to? So for example, this area here, we're wrong on this because price comes through the stops. But look, we would have been activated here. We pull back to here, take partial move to break even, stop to break even. You would have took some profit. If you do come straight through, tap, you still pull back to this level again before driving through and hitting stops. So this would have to be the take partial move to break even. But then you've got to say, okay then, well, if that's it, where would my stops need to be? Well, my stops need to be here really, in case we do this pop down. So then, is it worth the trade? Because my target would be like that. And even my target's that. So that'd be 2 to 1. It's not too bad. Would I be extending that? Probably not. That'd probably be my full TB, I would think. Interesting, guys.
I reckon the next trade is on NAS, to be honest.
Yeah, we'll have a quick look at NAS.
On the 4 and 3.
I mean, look at that tap there, reject. Nice. 4, close bearish. 3, close bearish. 12 minutes. A nice steep top wick. I wish the daily could do. You're bullish on the daily, but you're technically still respecting this level. So you've technically had a nest play. The way nest play works, what would the next candle then do? Well, the next candle would open up, create a top wick, test previous wick, which it's doing now, and then flip, come down. So yeah, you could look at that. I think for me, I think I'm going to be done. Back tomorrow. I think gold's just in an area where you can really catch it out in this area.
Yeah, I was thinking that a minute ago. I was sitting there and I was thinking, should I be playing with gold with how fucking messy it is at the moment?
Well, I'm trying to work out how could, if we get this wing back buy on, right, how could we work out if we're wrong? And I think if the hour closes below, what's below here? Out the 2. Maybe the 2. So if the 2 closes below this level, you could look to get out, but 2 doesn't work either.
Yeah, I'm looking at sells if this 1 hour closes as it is.
What, on gold?
Yeah.
Yeah, that might not actually be that bad, actually.
The target's quite far away.
I might put that on if I can catch it, but I'm probably going to go with NAS. NAS is a lot cleaner.
Nice. I think it's just done that move. Look on the hour, on the last hour. I didn't grab nothing really.
Yeah, I'll be looking at the 3 and the 4 hour grab.
I don't go to there. I only go 15:31 and maybe 4.
Yeah,
No,
that's a trade. I'd just stick it on and just fucking leave it for the day, and it normally plays out. So takes fucking hours and hours, but they do play out normally.
10 minutes. Yeah, 10 minutes. If nothing happens, I'm just gonna wait till London Open or New York Open or whatever. A bit more volume.
Yeah. Probably gonna get these wing backs on. If the 1 hour close below, I'll look to manage risk and just get out. But that's probably all I've got at the moment, guys. Other than that, there'll be no trade. Yeah. So yeah, I am expecting price to come back down. You could potentially get a buy stop on as well off the 4 and the 6. Once you tap this zone, you could just have a buy stop on. Advantage points there. That fills the rest of the range. You target for this level, and that's something you could look at as well. But only when you come and tap 4064. This daily can do anything. This is the issue we've got. 6 hours broke out to the upside. Would we really see this 6 do this? Would we see the 6 pop down that far after doing this? After doing this and after doing this. This one grabbed the liquidity. Yeah. So then why did this one close bullish? Why didn't it carry on? I think the direction.
Yeah, it's not took. It hasn't took the daily wick yet, has it, on the bearish side?
Tricky one.
Daily wick. I think it wants a daily wick before it can push. It's quite far down, isn't it?
Yeah.
Asia. It might come back down, take Asia low, and take the rest of the daily wick.
Yeah. Right.
On that 1 hour, there's some support around 4057, 59, 4059771.
Yeah.
Sorry, say that again, mate.
This is on the 1 hour. I'd have it coming down to 4059771 because that's a bit of a support there. If you look to your left, there's a lot of support on the 1 hour. Touch up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, it's a nice spot to be fair. That's probably where I would put it as well, to be fair.
I think it might hit that before within 6 minutes. It's dropping.
7 manage risk if the one closes below.
Yeah, it's dropping up. It's dropping.
Yes, nice. 1055. 55. 1, 2, 3, 1. Red. It would be 40. 4, 4, 1, 7, 4.
I'm just kind of hoping that Naz doesn't push too far.
Okay, guys, I've got a wing back buy from 4056. I've got a wing back buy from 4044 in the trade ideas. And take part and move to break even will be 4062.25. That's what I'm looking at. I've had that pullback now. So what I'm expecting is the 6 and the 4 pull back, tap these levels, and then flip to fill the rest of it. It hasn't filled the range yet. The only time we've closed respecting here on the 1, right, is I'm on about. You've got to look at the times where you came from this level and then close respecting, right? So we come straight through, here. We come up, we still sort of tap this level. Maybe pull that a bit closer. Okay, so you still tap this level, right? So you come straight through, straight up through. So technically, it's looking like 100% of the time, when you come up from them levels, we've never rejected from here on the 1. Not that I can see. So when we've came up on the 1 from this level, we've never rejected here, ever, without tapping this first. So, you know, we came up, we tapped it here, we came back down, you come up and then you sort of reject from these levels. Yes, but we haven't tapped it yet. So this would be new data. If price rejects from here and starts coming down, we're at new data, and that's something we just can't preempt. So yeah, I'm expecting this is just a flip. Sorry, this is the bottom wick of the 4 and the 6 to flip to fill the rest of the range, which it needs to. So you can also have a buy stop above, or you have a buy stop above ready for the flip, which is just the 4. Buy stop above the 4. If the 4 comes back to this level, it's highly likely it's going to be tapping that. There's your advantage point. Or you can wait for maybe a 15-minute close back above these levels and take that. Yeah. But I push past that. You could also have a buy stop above here. Take partial move to break even. And your target on all the trades is this, 4099. That's where I'd be closing full on all of them. And the stops for this would be the bottom wick of the 4. Or you could probably go... Yeah, it'd have to be how far this bottom wick is. Previous one. So for example, if we get... How long's left of the 4? 3 hours, so there's this one. So this hour closes like this, say, for example. Next hour pops down. Yeah. There's 2 hours left of the 4. Next hour, bullish. And then the next hour, through. That would be the 4 flipping and the 6 flipping to fill its range. You could then have your stops, depending on how steep this bottom wick is. You would just put your stops maybe below that. That's what I would probably do with my stops, depending on how this hour closes. But yeah, you could have a buy stop above as well. I can't really. Maybe just look around that level 4066. Give it a bit of a breathing space, I would think. Look at that. Oh, options. Put this one on first. I'm going to get these on, guys, and I'm going to disappear. Nice 1 hour close that. $4.035. Okay, so I've got 2 buy limits on. One here and one here. And then I'm also going to have a buy stop just above the wick. My stops are going to be 4066. It'll be there and thereabouts. I think if you push past this wick again, it's going to happen within the 4 hour candle though. If the 4 hour candle close bearish, just delete. Okay. Buy stop. Seven.
I've been activated on my buy.
Second on Trey.
I've been activated on my buy. Reach my level. It snowed here last night.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh, we never get
It won't stick around for long though. There's still some white bits out there, it's nice.
Right, let me get these on the trade ID, this other one, and then done. Copy. Paste. Stop. 077. Stop loss would be 4066. 27. TP1 would be 4081. I know it's tight, but it has to be tight because that's an area we can reject from. Right here, we could literally tap and drop. 4081.89. And TP2 would be the 4099. 927. Manage risk if the 4 hour closes bearish. Stop. Lovely. Oh, category. Okay, guys, I've got 3 potential trades on. We've got a buy stop above the 6 and the 4, like so. You've got to go risk free, take pass around here, because we could reject from all. Hopefully we get a nice straight pop through. We've also got another. I've got a wing back buy from this level. Stops it here. Again, same target. And then I've got a potential second entry if we do pop through here to this level. Now my managed risk on these 2 trades is if the 1 hour closes below this level, I'll look to manage risk and just get out. Okay. If my managed risk on this one is if the 4 hour closes bearish, that's it. If the 4 hour closes stays bearish, this 4 hour stays bearish, we just delete. Okay. Happy as can be. And then I'm going to love yous and leave yous, and I'll see yous tomorrow if yous are on. Fantastico, fantastico. I mean, our trade for the sellers would have played out. We No, it wouldn't. It would have stopped at that, wouldn't it? Could have stopped at that, yeah. But yeah, tricky morning, guys. Been an awful range. It's Monday as well, so Mondays can be a bit slow. But yeah, I'm gonna love yous and leave yous, and I'll see yous all tomorrow if you're on. I won't end the call in case you want to stay on it, but catch you later, TikTok. Thanks for watching. YouTube, much appreciated.